Here we are back at this job. Apologies for the lack of update as the progress has gone on, but I've just had to get going and get this job pushed on. So we have a light switch. That could be an interesting theme. Light switches of YouTube videos. Let me know in the comments below what you think. It may work. Well, hopefully this one does. So I've got this light switch here, so that one does an outside light, and this one here now, if you recall, they were 5 spotlights here in this ceiling. It is now just a main LED bulkhead light. And of course, for health and safety purposes, with this being an occupied place, we do have an optical smoke alarm, an ICO one, fantastic brand, love using the ICO stuff, and that is going to be radio linked back into the main house as well. So if anything happens in the main house, they'll know here, and vice versa as well. Also, we'll be fitting probably about here, the other side of the light switch, so it doesn't get knocked about all the time. One of those ICO remote control units that does the radio link / new smart link stuff. I'll show you that later. Then here in this bathroom, again, another light switch. More light switches of YouTube. Or maybe light switches of Instagram, maybe instead. That might be a better thing, just take pictures of it rather than doing a couple of seconds videos. So as you can see over my shoulder there, we have another bulkhead light. This is a smaller version of the one that's here in this main room, and it just comes on nicely. And we're fitting a fan in this room today as well. And here is that fan. It's EnviroVent. Love using these EnviroVent fans. They're silent, easy to install, nice and simple, not too expensive, well made as well. So this is the, as you can see, Eco DMEV. I'm guessing it's not DMEV, LC. I'm guessing that means low carbon. So it's for WCs, bathrooms and kitchens, IPX4. So it has a continuous run or an intermittent operation, so it'll do a trickle and then a boost when you turn the light switch on. Round to this side, you can see the measurements, normal 4-inch type fan. And then over on this side, ours is the Eco DMEV TLC. And there we go, Eco DMEV TLC. Bathroom, kitchen and utility room fan with adjustable timer. As it says, 100mm. It looks very nice as well. This is the front cover of the fan. Also with, which I didn't realise when I got it, not that it's a big deal, it's like a deal breaker for buying it, but you see this blue strip here just has a little bit there. You can actually disconnect that. See, you can just push it through there like so. And then this blue bit pops out, and they give you in the pack extra colours. So I think it's red, green and black, I think. It's definitely red and green. I haven't really explored the other options because personally I prefer the blue, so I'll be fitting the blue one on this fan. So I've got the fan itself up on the wall now, so you can see with the way that the fan motor itself is oriented, it's more than just a normal straight back to the wall axial fan. It's actually got about the same boost and extraction levels as a 6-inch fan, but just in a 4-inch body, which is really quite good. So we're just fitting the normal permanent live. Don't worry, I'm touching it. The cable isn't connected to the other end, so it's all safe and dead. Obviously it doesn't need the earth, but we'll just coil that up round in there as a future-proof thing. And then the usual neutral and switched live feed as well. But let me know what you think in the comments. What do you normally fit? And personally, I think this is quite a nice, neat little thing. But as I say, let me know. So there's the fan installed. I really like the look of this one, actually. It's a bit pricier in comparison to just a normal axial fan, but obviously it does quite a lot more, especially for rooms like this where it needs to get the ventilation and the airflow moving around, giving the constant trickle section and that feature as well. So yeah, excellent. Really liking the look of this. Well done, EnviroVent. And of course it wouldn't be completed without the external grille on the outside, obviously external being outside. So here's the grille. We've gone for one that's just a normal louver. I hate the ones that have sort of got the flaps that then when it's windy like today keep flapping around, it annoys you. But obviously the concern for some people with these ones, if you can see now that the sun's come out, the concern for some is that flies and other crawlies can get in. But if you notice within this one there's a fly screen, so nothing can actually get down the fan hole or the flexi duct that we've installed there. So I much prefer these, but you know, each to their own. Let me know what you install. So with the extractor fan in now, let's see how it works. So power is back on, because obviously we work safely as electricians. So I've installed this with the power off. So first of all, without turning the light on, just turn the fan isolator on. And there you can hear it just slowly starting up, and that's on its trickle mode. There is a setting within it that you can just adjust the speed of the fan. So that's it in its normal trickle mode. And then with the light on, you can hear it just ramp up that bit more to do the boost function. So when you're in here having a shower or anything smelly or whatever it is you're doing in the bathroom with the light on, it can then, on the boost facility, just make things that bit simpler. And then turn the light off. It's got an overrun period on the boost. Again, you set it within the dill switches within the fan itself. And then this one I've set to 5 minutes. So after 5 minutes, it'll just revert back to its normal trickle mode. So yeah, very good. And here's how I've installed the fan isolator, just a normal fan isolator. I'm a bit confused, particularly with this particular model. The normal axial timer ones state that they need a 3 amp fuse. So usually I have to buy the Click Skolmore grid that has a small module with the fan isolator, and then you buy the fuse and then interconnect them into the click mode range of grid switches, and that's how you can comply with the regulations. But within reading the instructions, because being a man, being an electrician, I do read instructions, it doesn't state anything. It only says the usual 3mm separation on the switch. So I may give them a ring and find out whether or not it does actually need that 3 amp fuse on that one. I have ordered the Skolmore one particularly just for this job, just in case, but I'll ring them up and then obviously I can just cancel that order should it be the case and just stick with this fan isolator as installed. So, quick update, I've just contacted EnviroVent technical support, and due to the way that these fans are manufactured, within the circuit board, there's a particular thing, technical did explain it to me, that actually doesn't require it to be fused down to 3 amps. There's something within the circuit board and the circuitry of the manufacturer of the fan that means there's no need for that. So another good thumbs up for EnviroVent. And he did go on to say that for most of the EnviroVent range, that's the case. They all have this particular technology built within their circuitry. That means you don't have to have the fuse. However, as with all of these things, read the manufacturer's instructions, and if the fan that you purchase states that you need a 3 amp fuse, well then fit one. As I stated, Click Skolmore do make the ability to have a fuse with the switch. There are a few other manufacturers out there as well that do that. but always comply with the manufacturer's instructions, as is advised for us in BS 7671. So I've just done a few other little bits. So put a white stuffing gland on this, and then proper heat-proof flex into our Dimplex. I forget what model number this is now, but this is the one with the pull cord that does the 30-minute overrun timer. FTFV something or other. I forget, as I say, what the model number is on that, but that just makes it look a lot neater. Proper stuffing gland in the bottom of the box there. Also, we've installed one of these, the fantastic ICO Fire/CO alarm controller, the EI450, and that corresponds with the where are we now? The EI3016 optical smoke alarm. That's got the smart link built in. This is radio link, and they interlink together. Press and test. And now you're all deaf. That's it. So it's a very easy way that you can test. Also, currently I've just got it set up for this one, but I will set it up for the ones that are in the house. So if one goes off, you can do the locate button, and it'll locate whereabouts it is. And of course, you can then remotely silence it straight from here if there happens to be an issue. Fantastic little bit of kit. So that's just an update on where we've been able to get to at that job. It is a bit long and involved because basically I've had to rewire the entire place. Obviously, as I say, entire place just being the living room / bedroom and bathroom. But given that it's currently occupied with quite a lot of stuff, and the sort of logistics of trying to work in a place like that. And also apologies too if it seems like I'm being very negative about the way that that place is, but coming from an electrician's mindset and point of view, and you other guys out there that watch this that are electricians, or maybe you're training, or you're an apprentice, or you've got a tradesman mindset about these sort of things, you'll appreciate and understand that when something is done so badly wrong, and you just know that no level of care and attention was actually put into it, apart from possibly just the difficult to try and find the words. It's just the visible stuff, the stuff that you can see, the stuff that normally gives like a wow factor. That's there, but the foundation parts of it just weren't, sadly, in this case. And so I've had to go in there and put it all in and try and put it right, and in a way that's maybe not as sympathetic as I would like to do. Because normally, as I say, I'm not a fan of putting things in trunking. I don't think it looks great. Yes, it has its place in certain areas, of course. But for jobs like this, I would have much preferred to have just put the cables all in the wall, rip out a fair bit of that existing plasterboard, and then run the cables through and do the job properly, so you don't see any cables, you just see the fixtures and the fittings, light switches, sockets, lights, everything else that you see in the video. And that would have been the best way to do it when you're trying to do things best practice. And as the motto should be, and we should all adopt this as electricians, work from the regulations, not to the regulations. I think in this situation at this job, it was barely from the regulations. You see the way that the cable has just been slung in, not necessarily care and attention thought to how the room is going to be used. Obviously it's a bathroom, but no fan was provided, and the amount of moisture provided and produced rather within that space, how it's caused those light fittings and the cable and everything behind it to go, it's just very sad to see. I do think very positively about the work that I've done there, and I do believe that that now is a much better job. Not necessarily bigging up my own work in that way. If any other electrician had gone in and had done extra work, or at least some of the basic work to that, such as what I've done, then yes, their work would have been great. But just the existing level of work there was not great. I mean, you've seen, if you've watched the other videos within this section, you'll have seen that it just comes out of a very small box hidden behind a tumble dryer and running some 6mm cable that then runs under the ground. Again, why was it done that way? It's just the thought, the care and attention that goes into these sort of things gives you an idea about the people that are sort of out there doing this sort of work. I don't want to rant on too much, because really it's not about me, it's about the work that's there and the demonstration of this is how I do this type of work. There are a lot of other electricians out here on YouTube as part of the community. They do some excellent work, and you'll see them there, and they do fantastic work as an example of excellent workmanship, excellent way how to run a business, and excellent ideas and progress and thoughts for apprentices and for other people coming into this industry. So this is a good industry to work in. Please don't take anything away from my rant that it's not, but just sometimes when you see bad work done and not much care and attention, it does sometimes get to you, especially when you see scorch marks, burnt cable, and you progress and think to what could have happened there if you'd left it much longer. So anyway, as I say, rant over. Thank you very much for watching if you've managed to get this far after this rant, and please check out our other videos on the channel as well. So thank you very much for watching. Until next time.